Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vicky DeRosa, and welcome to the All About Health show. I decided today I would like to talk about something that is fun, but yet very much on everyone's mind. Whether you're a man or a woman, everyone is curious about what is the secret to looking younger. I was fortunate enough to be invited to do a little presentation on it a couple days ago, and I thought that I would repeat it on the show. That way we could get it out to more people. I am here today with Lisa Zorn, who is, as a lot of you know, a registered dietitian. Now, the reason why I am here with Lisa is beauty and youth has a lot more to do about food than it does about anything else.
Absolutely.
Before we get into the fun stuff, and I think that you'll agree with me, Lisa, one of the really important things to looking younger. Well, first, what do you think? In my opinion, anxiety makes us look old.
Absolutely.
Nerves, fear, that's why it causes gray hair, right? So, to me, having faith is very, very important.
Yes, definitely.
Right? If you, a lot of people, so this is what the other night at the presentation, this is what I did. I actually brought out 2 baskets. And I said, there's one basket for the anxieties that we can't control, and there's one basket that I like to call God's basket. So when you have things that are actually worrying you, take those worries and put them in one. If you have worries that you really can't control, you put them in God's basket. If you have worries that you can control, you put them in the other basket.
That's a great idea.
Right? And somehow putting them in something that is called God's basket, the whole point is to release that.
Right.
You know, the less we worry and the less stress we have about it, the more we smile. You know, which leads me to the next thing, positive attitude. How much better do people look when they smile?
Right, and let things go,
Right?
and turn things over to, higher power, if you will,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
to God, because, like you said, there's some things that are just out of our hands, and when you let those things go, organically, they, what is supposed to happen will happen.
Yes, and don't you think about it? As silly as it may sound, people who walk around not smiling, I think even appear to have thinner lips.
Yes.
Thinner lips make us look older.
Right, absolutely.
So the point is, smile. Smile and be happy.
Because another thing, when you don't smile, your brain and your body seem to know that you're not smiling.
Yes. Yeah.
When you smile, somehow, some way, internally you feel it as well.
Yeah.
It kind of,
It's true. It's
brings
true.
more positive energy just by a simple smile. Even if you don't want to smile, sometimes you use less muscles and it's just relaxing.
So the point is, wake up happy.
Yes.
And walk around smiling. Now, the key, I think, to looking younger and looking beautiful and looking healthy, well, that's the thing. If you look younger, you are healthier, right?
Yes.
Because the way that if our skin is healthy and beautiful and glowy, that just means that inside we're healthy.
Yes.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
So,
you are what you eat.
You really are.
Yes.
I mean, you're right. You are what you eat. So sometimes I'll say to people, what would you rather look like? A red, luscious, beautiful apple or a squishy Twinkie?
Right. That has craters in it.
On that note, I brought along a basket with me. You've probably been seeing it all along, but the basket is filled with what we call beauty foods. If you consume these beauty foods, many things will happen. Your skin, some of the foods that we actually call beauty foods act similarly to collagen.
Yes.
They, believe it or not, they actually fill out wrinkles.
Because they aid in growth.
That's right. That's right. Omega-3s.
Rejuvenating new cells.
Yes. The antioxidants, vitamin A, C, E, omega-3s, they plump up our skin.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm going to go through some of the beauty foods and we can discuss them as we go along. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, artichoke. Eat as many artichokes as you can. Artichoke is high in fiber. And what happens, see, the reason why we have a lot of things in the basket that are high in fiber is this is what happens, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the more fiber that you eat, well, number one, the longer you will live. But number two, high fiber foods detox us.
Yes.
So if they detox us, the more detoxed you are, the clearer your skin, right?
Right, because fiber binds with things that we don't need in the body, and it helps to carry it out.
Okay, okay.
How do you prepare an artichoke?
Well, actually, you know,
Some people would have no idea what to do
all right.
with that.
You're right. The great thing is, it's a cool little vegetable. Cut it right here. Cut it right here.
Okay.
Open it up. Once you cut this off, you open it up, and you can actually steam it whole, or you can fill it with some fun things and steam it like that. Or some people don't like the whole outside, and they'll eat just the artichoke heart. You can even buy artichoke hearts, you know, in a can or jar. And as long as there's nothing bad in the can or the jar, you can eat them that way in the salad.
So you steam it and you can use it for dipping and whatnot, or
just to eat as a side.
All right. And do you put flavor on it?
A little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
Steam it in
Just
some
want to
wine.
clarify, because there's people that wouldn't know what the heck to do with that.
Sweet potatoes.
Delicious.
Sweet potatoes are phenomenal. Very high in antioxidants.
Yes. And beta carotene.
Yes, yes, yes.
And they're very filling too, and you know they don't have any fat, and they have a lot of fiber, and you know, just a great food.
Fantastic. Strawberries, very high in vitamin C. Strawberries are great because they're high in vitamin C. To me, they taste like candy because they're so sweet.
Yes.
So strawberries
also
are important.
The lycopene, you know,
And
they're red.
I was going to bring a live lobster, but I didn't think that they would allow me in with a live lobster. So lobster is very high in vitamin Bs.
Yes,
right?
and zinc.
And zinc. Zinc is very important. So lots of lobster. It's actually good for you.
And actually, I was just away, and on vacation, I ate a lot of fresh lobster.
That's why you look so young.
It was very delicious. So I came back 10 years younger.
Am I doing that? Can you see that? The kefir is actually very, very good for the skin. It's simply goat's milk.
Because of the probiotics?
Yes, because of the probiotics. Thank you. I almost forgot.
So it actually gets rid of the bad bacteria in your intestines. So it helps with your skin. It helps with regulating your digestive system. It's great. Probiotics are great.
One of my favorites, chia seeds.
Like chia pet?
And no, it actually, believe it or not, it is like the chia pet.
Oh, is it?
Yes, yes. Chia seeds, that's why they work so well to bind foods. But chia seeds are actually even better for you than flax seeds. And flax seeds are only beneficial when they're ground up, but chia seeds you can actually eat like this, and they are one of the best foods for the skin. I happen to think the best foods for the skin, water, salmon, and chia seeds, and dandelion. Those would probably be my all-time favorites.
Okay. What does chia seed taste like? I've never had a chia
Tastes like flax seeds.
Oh, okay.
They taste just like flax seeds. Walnuts, extraordinary for the skin, right?
Yes.
Omega-3s.
A lot of omega-3s. It's a polyunsaturated fat, so it's a fat that we need, but it's a good fat.
Yes.
And you can do so many things with walnuts.
Yes.
You can make sauces, you can put in your salad.
Yeah. This little can, I love. Wild salmon is critical for the skin. Wild salmon is also critical for the heart. Maybe you can explain the difference between farm-raised, because I'm always saying to people, don't eat farm-raised salmon, eat wild salmon. And the crazy thing is, these little cans are so inexpensive, and yet in the can, they always use the wild salmon.
Yes.
So you don't have to be nervous about opening. I love to open up the cans and just sprinkle salmon over my salad, and honestly, I actually try to eat salmon every day.
It's very, very good. It helps with puffiness, for your skin. It's got a lot of omega-3s in it. It has antioxidants in it as well. And the reason why you want to go with wild over farm-raised is because farm-raised they give them antibiotics. They consume pesticides. So then when what they eat, we eat, they have more fat in them.
Yes.
And they're also not environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
So you always go with wild salmon. It's healthier.
Now, one of my favorites is the dandelion.
Yes, we know that. I know that.
Dandelion, and I have kale with me. I kind of consider them almost equals, although I happen to like the dandelion more. But dandelions detox us. So once dandelion is so high in vitamin A, C, E, vitamin K, lutein.
Yes.
And they detox us. Like I keep saying, that seems to be the most
They
important.
help with water retention. Which
yes.
is great too. If you have somewhere to go, eat a lot of dandelion a couple days before.
Yes. And kale. Kale is extraordinary. Sauteed kale every couple of days. People should make sure that they eat kale at least 3 times a week. Your skin will look extraordinary.
Absolutely. The more colorful a food is, the more nutrients it has in it. So if you look at how green those vegetables are, you can see right away
Yes.
that there's a lot of nutrients in them.
This little box is fantastic. Quinoa is excellent for the skin. It's extraordinary for the skin. It actually works just like a rice. So instead of rice, try some quinoa as a side dish, and it will be amazing for the skin.
And the great thing with the quinoa is that it has protein and fiber.
Yes.
So when you consume a grain that has protein in it, you're fuller longer. You don't need as much, and it's less carb because it has a combination of both.
Fantastic.
Protein.
And this little bottle may be hard to see, but it's extraordinary for our skin. Acai berries are extremely high in antioxidants.
Yes.
It's one of the what they call super antioxidants. And I brought this bottle so that everybody could kind of see a sample, but acai berries in different forms are great. You can purchase a concentrate and put it right into your water and drink it that way. Well, that's it for our foods.
Okay. Should I leave now? No.
What I wanted to talk about next is I think that people spend a lot of money when they don't need to. We are living in a tough economy, and a lot of people cannot spend hundreds of dollars on creams
and facials and
that's right. And quite frankly,
peels.
That's right. But here's the thing. If you eat, the most important thing is to eat well. The most important thing is to focus on the food that we're eating, and that is what will keep us healthy and youthful looking.
And hydrated.
That's right. You know what? I don't know if I mentioned this enough, and shame on me if I did not. Water. Water, water, water.
Yes.
I love coffee. I love tea, but I can't drink a lot of it. 1 or 2 cups a day, and that's about it. You know why? Because for every cup of coffee, I think you have to have at least like 5 glasses of water to replenish. Is that correct? Or
well, it's
tell me if I'm wrong.
For every
Actually, don't.
It's I won't. I'll just tell you what I've learned.
No, but really,
no, it's just opposite. For every 8 ounces for ounce, you need to make it up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's doing the reverse. It's dehydrating.
Okay.
So it doesn't count towards your beverages for the day because it's of the caffeine.
Okay. So for every cup of coffee, you're saying a glass of water?
You need it, right. So if you were, if your goal was 8 glasses a day or 64 ounces, which we should do.
Yes.
And then you had coffee of 8 ounces, and you need to add another cup of water.
Okay. See, I guess I've always had the information that you need 5 glasses of water for every cup of coffee, which just means I'm really hydrated.
Right, which is a good thing.
But on I would really like now to get into just talking a little bit about how to care for our skin. I've already said that I don't think you have to spend a ton of, I mean, and if you would like to, that's fine, but it's not, we don't have to spend a ton of money on our skin. And I wanted to go over, and this is where estheticians have a hard time with me, because I'd like to go over a couple of things that I have been using for many, many, many years. I won't say how many.
Many, or just many?
Would you mind if just showing us some of the things that I brought in another?
Absolutely. Vicky's number
This
one.
is, I love baby oil. And it, I know a lot of people are going to say it's not 100% natural, but I have been using it for a really long time. And the most important thing to me is I looked for products a long time ago that would be easy on the skin. In other words, I think beauty comes from within, youth comes from within, but then also we have to treat our skin like baby skin. Okay. I always say to people, don't tug at your skin when you're cleansing, which is why I love the baby oil.
So you use that on your face?
I actually wash my face with it.
Oh, okay.
At night before I'm going to sleep.
So you use it for to remove your makeup?
Yes, and the reason why I do is I put water into my hands and then I pour baby oil into it and I just rub on my skin. And because the baby oil is so soft, it just removes the eye makeup. And I'm not crazy about foundation, so I don't wear
Right, you don't wear a lot of makeup anyway.
No, but it just, it removes the makeup without being harsh on the skin.
Well, I'll have to try it because I can say your skin is beautiful.
Thank you. Would you mind giving us another product?
Sure. I mean, a lot of people think that baby oil would make them break out.
I know, and you know what? I truly do have sensitive skin, and it does not make me break out. It actually does the opposite of what people think it would do. This big tub of Vaseline is, believe it or not, what I use as eye cream.
You do?
What I do with Vaseline.
Just at night, though, right?
Just
because then it would be shiny.
Just at night. So as soon as I wash with the baby oil, and for some reason I love white cloths. I don't use any other color on my face. I have a stack of white cloths next to the sink, and I grab a white cloth and I just dab very carefully, and then I take another one and I dab again. But I'll take the Vaseline and actually take globs of it and just go like this around my eye area. Wherever wrinkles form quickly, wherever skin is driest, and I'll put Vaseline even around here. And then what I do is I take one of those eye masks. You can imagine how pretty I look when I go to sleep.
There's a lot going on here.
I take one of those eye masks and I put that on only just to kind of help the Vaseline stay in place. And I don't know if this is, again, this is my personal opinion, just because people ask. So I don't know if I'm doing right or wrong. It's just my opinion.
Well, the proof is in the pudding because you look great. So,
Thank you, Lisa.
I mean, you really do have great skin.
All right, now this Lubriderm is actually, when I was very young, I had a dermatologist who was a friend of mine say, don't use expensive cream, you don't need to. I've always had sensitive skin, so he suggested Lubriderm. Fragrance-free, because I have sensitive skin, but I have used Lubriderm forever. But see, here's the thing about using moisturizer to your advantage. And it doesn't matter whether it's Lubriderm or it's another type of moisturizer. But here's what is key. When you get out of the shower, don't wipe your face. Leave it wet. Put some moisturizer in your hands and wipe it on your face. Walk away, come back a couple minutes later, put more moisturizer on. Walk away, a couple minutes later, come back and I probably take longer to put moisturizer on than to get dressed. Now, I put 5 layers of moisturizer on my skin every morning. And the reason for that is you end up looking more hydrated. Now, that you actually have skin then that looks really greasy. So I take one of the white cloths and I just dab. I dab at my skin, but I don't rub. I just dab to get the excess moisturizer off. But when your skin is wet, that's when you can actually hydrate it with the cream. That's when moisturizer.
The water into the skin.
That's right. That's right. So it's not.
I'm sorry.
It's not the kind of moisturizer. It's how you apply it. What were you going to say?
And is it just terry cloth, white, like
Yes.
washcloth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but soft, very soft ones.
Okay.
Very soft. All right. Well, this is one of my favorites, and it doesn't have to be Après Scrub, the St. Ives. When I'm actually traveling, you know what I do, and especially if I can't find this or forget mine at home, honey and some sugar or
that's
some
a good
salt.
idea.
I just pour it into my hands, turn it into a paste. The point is to just exfoliate. You want to
rid of the dead
exfoliate.
skin.
Yes, I actually exfoliate maybe more often than some people think I should, but it works for me. So I exfoliate every 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
Softly though. Remember, if you treat your skin like baby skin, it always. I'm amazed when sometimes I see some women who actually pull at their skin to put eyeliner on or do the.
I'm guilty of that.
Don't do that. The more you do this, I mean, you know what happens after years of pushing. It just is not a wise thing to do. But exfoliating is important. It doesn't matter what you use to exfoliate, whether it's inexpensive or expensive, but exfoliate. It's important. And one more thing that I want to add, and this is just as a side note, women have sometimes bumps on their arms. That's just from maybe working out and not exfoliate the arms. It's
not just the face. It should be the neck,
yes,
all of your skin.
It should. That's right. But exfoliate, especially behind the arms. Sometimes you'll see a lot of women who have, that I don't know what that's
like
even
sun
called.
bumps or something.
Yeah, you can get rid of that and apply moisturizer, and you don't have to live with those.
As a side note, we should say, because I'm tan, so I'm sure people are saying, what is she even doing on there talking about skin when she, I used a 50 block the whole time I was away. I just have, dark skin and I tan, but I always use sunscreen. It's in my moisturizer,
Oh, you know what? I just realized we're getting short on time, so you just gave me the perfect segue.
Okay. And that's why we have bronzer here.
Since we're short on time, here's something that's really important. You're right. I'm happy you brought that up. I never tan my face, ever. The sun is bad for our whole body. I am guilty of going out in the sun and getting a little bit of color on my body, but I haven't tanned my face in 25 years. So it is important to find the perfect, this is called a self-action tanning cream. It's Estee Lauder self-action tanning cream. I exfoliate every 3 days. I apply the face one to the face and the body one to the arms and shoulders and chest in the winter. But it gives us color.
Yes, you look like you have a glow. You look like you have a tan.
I am actually extraordinarily pale without it. So there's my secret.
Okay, you would never know.
I use the tanner.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there were a few more things that I would love to talk about. This is actually a fun topic for me.
It really was.
Before we
cut,
is there anything you would like to add to youthful, beautiful skin?
I mean, you did touch on everything, and I like that for the exfoliating, you can use food, which is definitely
you're right.
My cup of tea. I remember a while ago I had gotten a facial from a woman who was European, and she used dried chickpeas on my skin.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard that. That's great.
And you can get it at some markets. It's dried and it's grounded.
Okay.
And so I found it and I used that for a long time.
That's great.
And it's really nice. You can use oatmeal as a mask.
Yes, I love oatmeal.
So
to eat and to use oatmeal.
Exactly. So the honey and sugar, if you're if you forgot your exfoliation, is great. It's a great tip.
Actually, we have a lot of tips just like this. Natural tips from the kitchen, natural tips to use topically on the skin. A lot of these tips are actually on our website, www.studiovhealth.com. So check it out. If you have a free moment, take a look at our website. You'll get a lot more natural tips. And I wanted to thank you, Lisa. This was a lot of fun for me.
Thank you.
So
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Thank you very much, everyone.